Welcome to the War Brief Podcast. Today, we bring you the latest updates from the Russia-Ukraine conflict, spanning October 26th to 27th. This episode covers drone strikes, armored clashes, nuclear tests, and air defense battles, all in real time and in chronological order. October 26th, 2025. Early morning. Drone strikes and air defense. Ukrainian drone operations. Early in the morning, Ukrainian reconnaissance drones identified and destroyed a Russian Buk M3 air defense system at 0708, marking another step in Ukraine's fight for aerial dominance. Russian drone strikes on Kyiv. Russian drones attacked Kyiv, leaving at least 3 civilians dead and 29 injured at 0635. Sirens wailed for over 3 hours, forcing residents to seek shelter in subway stations at 0306. Moscow under threat. Ukrainian drones moved toward Moscow, prompting Russia to close all 4 major airports at 0601. Later reports confirmed 34 Ukrainian drones shot down while approaching Moscow at 0015. Domodedovo and Zhukovsky airports temporarily suspended services at 0022. Explosions reported across Moscow and nearby areas at 0032. Fire at an oil depot in Serpukhov, Moscow region at 0038. No reported casualties so far. Ukrainian response. Kyiv's forces continue to withhold comments on these operations, keeping Russia uncertain about future strikes. October 26, 2025, Russia's nuclear test announcement. Putin's statement. Russian President Vladimir Putin announced the successful test of the Burevestnik nuclear-powered cruise missile. The weapon is claimed to be invulnerable to all current and future missile defenses. Test details. General Valery Gerasimov confirmed the missile flew 14,000 kilometers over 15 hours, demonstrating unprecedented range. Global reactions. Former U.S. President Donald Trump condemned the test as inappropriate, urging Russia to end the war in Ukraine instead. October 26, 27, 2025, Northern Front, Pokrovsk. Village liberations. Ukrainian forces liberated Shukovsky and Slovanv north of Pokrovsk, pushing Russian troops out of Fedorivka. These gains give Ukraine more time to fortify the city. Clashes and tactics. The 82nd Assault Brigade planted the Ukrainian flag in Shukovsky after combat with over 60 Russian soldiers. The 33rd Assault Brigade repelled Russian armored attacks using FPV drones and M14 HIMARS rocket systems. Russian losses. Brigades 93, 33, and 95 destroyed at least 16 Russian armored vehicles. 3 additional vehicles sank trying to avoid destroyed bridges, later destroyed. Experts note that armored columns suffer heavy losses, leaving only small infantry attacks effective at 0251. October 26, 27, 2025, large-scale Russian attacks. Scale and targets. Russia launched a major offensive on Kyiv, Dnipro, and Odessa with over 70 drones and multiple missiles at 0211. They claimed retaliation for Ukrainian drone strikes on Belgorod at 0225. Ukrainian interception. Ukraine shot down 64 of 73 drones, over 80%, at 0048, showing improved air defense capabilities. They immediately retaliated, targeting fuel depots in Kursk and munition storage in Belgorod at 0447. Civilian impact. At least 9 civilians killed, over 40 injured, mostly in Kyiv and Odessa. Smoke and debris littered streets while citizens hid underground at 0306. Strategic response. Ukraine pledged to boost production of long-range drones and missiles to counter Russian attacks at 0550. October 26-27, political and global implications. Energy concerns. Electricity disruptions in Ukraine indicate that Russia may use energy cuts to pressure civilians ahead of winter at 0397. Escalation warnings. Russian officials warn Ukraine risks provoking stronger responses, hinting at potential tactical nuclear deployment at 0617 and 0627. NATO response. NATO urges members to increase air defense support for Ukraine at 0641. European division. Germany and France remain supportive, while Hungary and Slovakia suggest negotiations over confrontation at 0716.